Welcome to the channel, everybody. Now today I have a Scum 0.95 and beyond news and updates video for you all. So let's jump straight in and see what the devs have been up to over the past week, shall we? Right then, so to start today's video, we're going to go through a quick hotfix that landed a few days ago. Now, this was just regarding base building being restricted around hunting towers. So this was a bug, it was an issue regarding server settings, and it has now been fixed. So other than that, last week's news has been covered now in the last couple of videos. So let's move on to this week's with yesterday's dev update. Now, starting off with the programmers, we have bug fixing, code review, working on weather controller, encounter manager improvements, reworking weapons in preparation for the new NPCs, working on telemetry, and bug fixing. They've put bug fixing here twice. Obviously, they're working twice as hard to get those bugs fixed. No, I'm only joking. They've probably just made a slight error. But obviously, it is nice to see these bug fixes still being worked on from week to week. Now, I have seen a couple of comments online, obviously in the Steam discussions, as well as Twitter, asking, well, what bug fixes are you actually fixing? Generally, with the dev updates, they'll list what they're doing throughout the week. And then when we get the hot fixes and stuff for the game, they'll then list all the lists of bug fixes and quality of life additions, which obviously you see in different news videos that I bring you as well. So next hotfix that comes along, there'll be a list of bugs and then I'll list them for you. And that's generally related to today's video. Okay. Right then, moving on to level design, we have tweaking encounter zones, shader optimizations, tweaking POIs, texture optimizations, and more bug fixing. So again, a lot of work going in from programmers and level designs this week, especially with bug fixing. I feel there have been obviously a lot of complaints still with this encounter manager, but it is nice to see that they are still tweaking it and working on that to improve it a lot more than it already is. But other than this, we'll move on now to the art team, and they've been adjusting lighting, working on a new trailer, working on new graphic assets, working on bringing back the rest of the vehicles, working on character locomotion, and bug fixing. So obviously character locomotion has been on here for a few weeks now, so hopefully we will see some changes to that in the coming weeks. And a big one here that we saw last week also is bringing back the rest of the vehicles, which would be amazing. So obviously we'll see things like the tractor coming back, the sports bike. Hopefully we'll see all the 4x4s coming back, and the police 4x4 as well would be nice. But what I'm really waiting for are the rafts. The craftable rafts that we used to have would be lovely coming back into this game right now. But again, a bit more patience. They are working on them, so they will be back soon. Now, if we move on to the sound team, doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but they have moved away from some bug fixing now this week into more audio recording sessions. Again, this is most likely for the trailers that are upcoming, and it could be some voice acting and things like this as well. Now, we're going to move on to QA/CM. This doesn't change much from week to week, but we'll go through it anyway just in case you are new here. And they've been responding to player inquiries, player insight surveys, hunting and banning cheaters, Steam general discussion and bug reports, testing of upcoming features, and various bug reports. So again, all these sort of bug reports and insight surveys and stuff, there was a few weeks ago, they put up a few surveys and things for players to take. You know, it just gives them a bit more insight into the game and what's going on with it. On top of this, there is a link down in the description that's been there for a few months now. There is their dedicated bug reporting website. Okay, so I would urge you to use this over Steam general discussions and bug reporting if you could, because it just gives them a bit of an easier access to that information and makes it a lot easier for them to gather that all up. All right. Again, you can still use Steam general discussions, bug reports. They are still working over there, but it would be nice if people used the dedicated website for this. Now, last but not least by any means is the design team. And they are working on new GDDs or game design documents, and they're also working on that quest design. So again, going back to the sound team with all the audio recordings and stuff like that, this also could be linked to some sort of voice acting for the quest design, NPCs, that sort of thing. Again, it's a broad area for the sound team, but they're probably working on quite a few different things regarding that. Now, that is pretty much it for the dev update this week, and we do have one teaser from Tomislav himself over on Twitter, which I'll play for you now. Now, there isn't much sound to this, so I will be talking over it. But looking at this does tell me that finally we will at some point be getting the husbandry skill into Scum. But we're most likely not going to get this with 1.0.
We can do it!
I don't like this crap. No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
Yeah, exactly. We want our bacon and we want it now. But anyway, well, I'm going to leave it right there for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and are all caught up on the latest Scum news. Just want to give a quick shout out to our channel members, Megahoof, Merry G, Ulti, Anne, Nectar940, Phoenix, Sam, Carbe, and Lieutenant Dan. Thank you very much for your extra and ongoing support. It's always appreciated. Now, if you want to join them, you can do. Head over to the channel, hit that join button, and see what perk suits you best. It all goes back into the channel, gives you all a better viewing experience. But if you want to support me in another way, you can do simply by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And that way you'll stay up to date with the latest Scum news, guides, and other content just like this over on the channel. Until next time, see ya!